Hi guys, this is a quick tutorial of how to install the new Walking Dead pop bumpers. They're a pop-on force-fit type design, much like my Iron Man pops are already out on the market. As you can see, this is the factory setup as far as the two on the left. Basically from the factory you're going to get two wafer style pop bumpers with just a bulb in the middle of it. Kind of plain Jane, not a whole lot of thought behind it, to be honest with you. I've already taken out some of the screws here, and this is going to make it easier to do this video. So I'm just going to walk you down the ramp here real quick. So I've already taken off the two mount screws here, and this one back here. There's a screw here, and then two at the flap right here. The reason why I do that is so you can lift up this ramp to access the pop that's underneath there, and there's also plastic we have to remove, so I'll walk you through that in a minute. This one here you can also move out of the way, comes straight up, and sometimes I just put it on his pinky because it just gets it out of the way real easy. Really simple stuff. This is going to take you about 10-15 minutes, maybe a little longer if you take your time, 15 minutes tops. So we're going to start with the two easy pop bumpers here. Two screws, take those off, your wafer comes up, and unplug your factory LED. Your new kit comes with 3 LEDs. And then take off this one. Like I said, they all three go on the same. These two are the easiest ones to install. I left the one underneath the ramp already installed, just again for the purpose of the video. When you open up your box, you're going to notice you get 3 of the new pop bumpers. These are a cast metal design. They have 2 tabs on the back that help it hold on there. It's jewel finished, so you'll see the light coming through here, and it's the biohazard sign, zombie sign if you want to say. You get 3 LED pads. These are made just for my projects and are available for spares if you need them. And you get 3 bases. Looks just like this. The only thing with the bases you have to remember is the bases, the white goes downward, the paper gets removed. So we're going to walk you through that real quick. So when you get it, it looks just like this. This is a diffuser. It helps with the LEDs where you don't see the LED quite as much as far as the definition of it. Top side is brown paper. You just peel that off and you're good to go. Okay. I've got the machine in the test for the LEDs, because what I like to do is actually install the LEDs first and make sure that they all work as they should. Sometimes you'll need to adjust the little tabs on the bottom of them. Sometimes these tabs here will have to be adjusted, like on any LED. We can put these in, and let me snap that in. Once you know that they work, we'll get that blinding light out of your way. Okay, so that's what it looks like, just like that. So we're going to get 20 bases. Took off the paper. We're going to take your factory screws and reinstall those. Once these are installed, the factory screw should just be just a little bit above the plastic level. It doesn't go all the way through the hole, but it goes pretty good inside the hole as far as the taper. If you've got it sticking out too much, then they won't snap in place like they should. So you don't have to crank down on it, just kind of be aware of the positioning of the head and of the LED inside there. So you don't pinch the LED. It doesn't have to be super tight, just snug. And on the back side of these, you'll have a tab here and a tab here. Basically just put the one tab on the one side, one on the other side, and you snap it down. And you'll feel it gets real snug. And that one's done. Alright, we're going to do the next one. Same thing, white side down, take the paper off. And then I'll show you some tips for the one that's underneath this little ramp. What you have to do to access that jewel. Okay. White side down. Factory screws going back in. One thing I will show you on these, I tend to leave all of the white backing on the back. You'll notice that's actually etched in the center. And the etching is for this reason, and I'll show you. you do get some downward, when you remove that extra white area, you do get some downward lighting. Let's see. If you remove it, it'll look like that. You always leave the center. If you want to take out the outer one, you can. On this case, I won't. The light's going to shine through here on the back of your disc. It's a shiny finish. It'll actually get some light going back downward toward the playfield if you remove that white. So if you want a little bit more red going down, I know it's kind of crazy LEDs on these machines, but you will get a little bit of filtered red light coming back down if you take that outer ring out. If you don't, you're fine too. So we've got our base on here. Just checking those screw heads. Oops. Get that back out of the way. And they're good. I can tighten them up a little bit, I can loosen them up a little bit. But again, back side, the two tabs, basically just, it's a press on fit. And that one's popped in real good. And it's ready to go. Alright, this one right here, what I did, basically you lift this out of the way. I rested on his little pinky. You don't have to, you can go higher with that if you want. This comes all the way up, nice and big. There's two screws that hold this plastic on. You have to remove that screw, this comes up, and then this pop bumper comes off just like this pop bumpers. Wafer first, and then your LED out, put the new LED in, put the new base on, and then same thing. And then once these go back on, just like so, and I'll finish this up, and then we'll test the LEDs real quick. Just so, and you can do it different ways, however you feel comfortable. Put it back together. I'm not a big, some people are really fanatics about their the ramps touching the sides. Some people have mirror blades. Just be careful to your satisfaction. Alright, and there is first one in. The second one's a little more tricky, just because of the way it's up there. Once you get it in the hole, magnetic screwdrivers go a long way in this hobby. Alright, I'm on it. Alright, so that one's in. This one's in. I already installed that LED, pop bumper, so that one's done. Let's get it back to where we test them. That's this way. And they all light. So we're good. The one thing you might have to do when you go through your ball test is when you're doing your ball test, if it lands on the skirt and it doesn't really respond very well, sometimes that means that that plastic base is just a little bit over tight. So you take this cap off, which I'll show you, and once it's off, you take this off, loosen this up a little bit, do the ball test again, and then put your cap back on. And let's just see. Okay, so that one's back in place. Alright, and then you're good to go. So that's it. Any questions, feel free to contact me. There will be written instructions inside, and you can refer to this video and my other installed videos at any time. Thank you very much, guys.